You was a fan. You begged us. You are a fan. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you got to keep saying, I'm from Harlem? From Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. Mace actually taught you how to rap, literally. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. You ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy.
Jim Jones, Camron situation.
Yes, it is. It's been pretty much everywhere.
It's been brewing, but see, this has been brewing for a while. This just where it came to a head.
It hasn't been brewing for a while?
Yes, it's been brewing for years. To me, it's y'all should have got together and talked about this, but I don't even think that would have solved this situation right here because of both of their egos and stuff of that magnitude. Oh no, see when Jim went out with 50, that stuck.
50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show. I'm like, so I'm sitting there like, this is kind of smoke. I wouldn't have thought about reaching out to Yayo or Lloyd Banks. I'm like, you going public with this?
Hey, so you forgot about they had Dipset had internal grievances well before this. They had about 5 years ago, right before they did the verses. They almost didn't do the verses because they had internal.
This comes before this. Way before
but
that,
this is what I'm saying.
stuff.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. This is not the first time that Jim and Cam have internal issues. Where I have a problem with Cam is you trying to say he a fan. He was a fan. You was promoting him like he was down with y'all, even if dude Jim is not from Harlem, right? You was rocking with him. Y'all was rocking tight.
I will say that they've been cool. Y'all
been rocking tight for over 20 years.
Kind of was because we know.
Go ahead.
We know Cam before we knew Jim.
Of course.
Before we knew anything about Jim.
Right.
We seen Jim.
Cam was he was a founding member of Dipset. Yeah, he was the face of Dipset.
Jim, but we didn't really know about Jim. What we know we knew Camron and Mace. It was Cam, Big L, Gruff. Shout out Herb and Gruff and somebody else, but that was how we knew him. Now I knew Mace before. I knew Mace with Cam. This is Children of the Corn before he even got with Biggie and them.
Okay.
Like I say, I think it's both of them. It's not Jim and it's not Cam. It's both of them, but their egos are like that. You know what I'm saying? Because another dude tell you to get off his dick, how you gonna respond? Right. Cam might have went a little bit too far.
I'm about to say Cam the one that he put the gas on the shit. Because what Jim said, it wasn't a lie. Because Mano came back and backed that shit.
You ever wonder how he met Mano? He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record dissing the rappers. So Jim plus see Mano one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Mano's like, who the f*** you talking to? Now they the lobby boys.
And the thing about that is that I mentioned him in the song. I ain't mentioned Jimmy. We were in Atlanta, and we had a conversation. He didn't approach me and ask and press me and none of that. We had a conversation. It wasn't spectacular. Nobody swung. His energy for me was for Ken.
Okay. Now, mind you, I'm gonna put in quotations. Jim and Mano has a project. They are.
That's current day. What he said though was, you got your homeboy. Don't f with this at all. This is your man's.
Right.
You go over there to approach him. You don't know this at all, but he said your man's name.
Right.
You go approach him, but that's not your beef. It's your man's beef.
Right.
So you don't have the same. I mean, you got animosity for this. It's off of your man.
It's not the same.
But it's not the same.
It's
so
not
he's like,
your beef.
Yeah, it's not your. It's your man's beef.
You just doing it.
But you're doing it on the strength because this is loyalty. Like, and that's all that was.
And this is where I have an issue with Cam. Why he doing that? Because I'm like, you saying he a fanboy? He was loyal to you. You feel what I'm saying?
To an extent. To an extent.
You can't listen.
You can't
listen. You can't.
That's where loyalty stopped.
I got you, but who started it first? Cam invited it because when they had a little disagreement, even 50 said, he talked about it. He said, I knew about what was going on with it. He said, I just came in, I just gaslighted. And they just went for it. He said, he admitted that. I don't give a fuck. He ain't from Harlem.
They should have talked it out.
You should have talked it out.
Talked
Y'all
it
about 50 years old, nigga.
But,
we ain't 25. We about 50. Some of y'all granddaddies and shit like that.
Out behind closed
It's too much money out here, bro.
Like that's where it goes to the ego. Because
Too
now
much bread
I know
out here.
both of I don't know them, but the ego that
Yeah.
they show, especially Jim,
And this is the reason why don't get nowhere as a whole,
especially
because
Jim.
let egos
Jim's
get in the
very
way.
egotistical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't fault Jim though, because if I sat here and I gave you my heart, like here, then you gonna come out and say I'm a fanboy? Like I was about to knock heads off of your ass.
Now that is true.
You
Jim
feel what I'm
was the
saying?
muscle now,
So
Jim. Always
and
made
he
sure that
was
Jim
he
the
was
muscle.
there in the beginning. He was the muscle.
I feel like Jim was trying to take them at one time. If you ask me, I feel like Jim Jones was trying to take.
I don't think he was
Dipset
trying to
from
take it. I think he was just trying. And mind you,
make it seem like he was the lead of Dip. That's how I feel.
the only reason why I'm going to push back on a little bit, because I was locked up with one of their closest people, Freaky Z. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotta be freaky.
It was freak. You know what I'm saying?
Freaky was down here.
We was at guest row, and how the way he talked about him, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't his type. They ain't how they roll. And when Freak talked about them, he talked about them as a fam. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what we know them as.
He wants, he don't like any of this. I've
Right.
seen his,
Right.
as I can see where he's coming from. I just wish they wouldn't handle it like this.
Right,
Cam
but
kind of went overboard.
He
with
did went
telling some of
overboard.
the
Like,
stuff
come
that
on,
happened.
like, bro, like, come on, man. You don't do that, bro. Like I
He
said,
kind of played Jim.
yeah. You try to play his face,
Because he's
like,
back with his original home.
and that's cool. You can be back with your original homie, but don't sit here and try to play me like no sucker. Like I wasn't on that front line for your ass. You feel me? Just like I was on the front line to go to war for a over you. Nigga. I'll go to war with your ass.
I wasn't the biggest Diplomats fan, but I definitely don't want to see it.
They had a
go
movement.
like
they
this.
still got a movement.
Oh,
And
their motion was crazy
yeah.
at the time.
So, but the thing about it is, like I said, we're close to 50 years old. Y'all been making money too long. It's too much
And
money.
there's so much more money.
It's
out
too
there to
much
make.
money. It's too much money out here. The egos need to be put aside. And this was as a community. As a community.
But
Black people as a community, egos, put that aside. Get that bread.
But I do have to touch on Mace when Cam was doing
Sitting
that.
back there eating popcorn, his fat
You gotta
ass,
take-
egging that on.
I mean, look,
Man, that's
Entertainment.
it is entertainment.
Of course.
Because I'm gonna say this.
Now
Cam
you
and
heard-
Mace were just beefing. How long ago? Like
Everything's
Yeah.
gonna be for a chuckle
Horse and
now.
carriage video.
Bruh.
Well, not just,
Everything
they
is for a
they
chuckle.
dropped diss tracks with each other probably about 10 years ago, somewhere around there, where they were
Yeah.
dissing each other.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Dips go out like that. I don't.
I don't think that when you talk about Dipset, you talk Jim and Cam and Freak and Uncle Jules and
I think the original Dips were Jim.
Jim, Jules,
And Cam.
Freak, and Cam.
And Freaky.
And Cam. The thing is, I don't think Jim was trying to take Dipset. I think he was hurt.
And I'm not the biggest Jim Jones fan, but I will say this: he did turn
Ballin'.
his career around. But he been
fly.
been about the last 10. Like he been consistently putting out music. I'm not the biggest Jim Jones fan at all. And then I don't want to say this, but I might have to say this. Ballin' might be the bigger song out of all of them.
I don't know.
I don't want to say that.
Well, let me
but
see.
Look, Ballin' might be the biggest song out of all of the Diplomats.
You know what?
Take
You know what? You know
everybody-
what? You know what? You about right. Because I'm sitting here
Cam
thinking
got
Jules.
the better catalog.
Of course.
Cam got the better
Jules
catalog.
got the best. He got the best like punchlines.
But Jim
Yeah.
might have the biggest hit out of Dipset. I've been thinking about that for a minute. I was like, that might be
think
true.
on
Ballin' might be the biggest hit out of the
Yeah,
Dipset.
because it crosses over. It crosses over well. You're right. I agree with you.
So what's the future for Dipset? Are
Then
gonna
they'll hash it out. They'll hash it out.
reconcile. It's too much money.
It's
a Dipset reunion. It's like the Hot Boys reunion.
Yep.
You know that once we put everything to the side, we're going on tour
Right.
and
get money.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna sell out.
But I just hate for it to come down like this right now. Like y'all didn't have to.
Well, and again, and then look. So look. Also, you also can take a step back right quick. These are millionaires. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you put out fake ass controversy and shit like that. Catalog, they stay money that goes up.
Another
Shit.
thing Cam said, I was like, damn, bro. It's like he just had a free house. Like you gonna say that about you?
Which you already know that. But you already know they ain't real. You know that put in work. So that
but just the way like you were kind of down.
it sound nice.
You were
exactly. He downplaying them, and he like trying to play my face, bro. We not doing that.
So it was definitely disloyalty on both sides of this equation. They just need to hash it out and act like grown men now.
I agree with you, but as a leader of the group, you should have handled it more diplomat than anything. That was done petty. And then on top of that, I don't give a Mace is your homeboy, original homeboy is a cat. You form a group, Dipset. You supposed to hold that down. And even though you and Mace link back up, y'all got a podcast, whatever the case may be, y'all can still have y'all business dealing, but you are still supposed to be loyal to Dipset and make sure Dipset and its members are taken care of.
Hold